Hello, this is video 5 for Math0302 beginning Algebra, Chapter 5, Section 2. In this video we're going to begin subtracting polynomials. To subtract one polynomial from another, we must subtract each term in the second polynomial. This means we must watch the signs. To subtract a polynomial, we add the opposite. Combine like terms to simplify. Okay, now that's a lot of words for something that's actually pretty simple. Okay, or at least it's a lot simpler than it sounds, I'll put it that way. Again, what's the operation between these? Subtraction. With subtraction, we can think of distributing this minus sign to both of these terms here. Okay, and then just drop the parentheses. So this means 8x minus 7, and then distribute the negative here, 3x becomes negative 3x, and this negative 6 becomes positive 6 because it changes the signs of both terms of the second polynomial. And then you just combine like terms. 8x is a like term with negative 3x. 8x minus 3x is 5x. Then we have negative 7 plus 6. Negative 7 plus 6 is minus 1. That gives us that 8x minus 7 minus 3x minus 6 is 5x minus 1. Now let's look at 3x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4x minus x cubed minus x squared plus 6x. Excuse me, just plus 6. Again, what's the operation between the two? It's minus. So I need to distribute this negative sign to all terms in this parentheses. That's going to give me 3x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4x, and then change each of these signs. X cubed becomes negative x cubed, negative x squared becomes plus x squared, and 6 becomes negative 6. Now this distribution of the minus sign is something that a lot of people forget to do, or they'll just do it to the first term but forget to do it to the second two. Okay, so be very careful that when you do this you change all terms of the second parentheses. Now we just combine like terms. 3x cubed, negative x cubed. Those two are like terms, so that gives us 3 minus 1, which is 2x cubed. Now we have minus 5x squared plus x squared. Negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4x squared. Then we have the 4x, but I don't have an x with this, so I just rewrite the 4x. And then the last term is minus 6. Okay. Now I do want to mention one thing. You've probably noticed that I'm underlining every term as I use it. I'm doing that for a reason. It can become a little bit confusing if you've used a term or not. Okay, so be very careful by underlining the terms that you use, or at least that's what I do. You can find whatever method works for you. Some people like to say do an underline for the x cubed and maybe circling the x squared terms and then the boxing of the x and then a triangle for the negative 6 or something like that. Just something that we can tell what the terms are and whether or not you've used them. Okay, so just find something that works for you and it'll just help you in the long run, I promise. Alrighty, we'll see you in the next video.